Brooke confronts Taylor about her intimate moment with Ridge, and Steffi warns Hope after catching her with Carter. In the high-stakes world of the bold and the beautiful, tensions are reaching a fever pitch as old rivalries reignite, new alliances are formed, and unexpected romantic entanglements simmer just beneath the surface. Brooke, Taylor, Hope and Steffi are at the center of the drama, each dealing with her own web of emotions, secrets and desires. In this intense episode, Ridge and Taylor find themselves reconnecting in ways they haven't in years, guided by spiritual healing and mutual understanding. But what should be a private moment between them becomes something much more when Brooke, ever the observer, catches a glimpse of the scene and assumes the worst. Meanwhile, at Forrester Creations, Hope and Carter share a stolen moment of passion that's cut short when Steffi walks in on them. With secrets and emotions swirling, it's a roller coaster of confrontations, heartfelt confessions, and shocking revelations. Let's dive deep into the key moments and unpack the drama in a blow-by-blow recap of the latest developments. At the Cliff House, Ridge, Taylor, and Chandra's spiritual healing session. The episode kicks off with Ridge and Taylor at the Cliff House, where Chandra, a spiritual healer, is guiding them through a chakra cleansing session. Chandra's mission is clear: to help Taylor rebalance her energy and let go of the emotional baggage she's been carrying for far too long. As Ridge's hand rests gently on Taylor's heart, the air between them is thick with emotion. Their history, the love, the heartbreak, the shared losses all come flooding back. Taylor, feeling vulnerable, looks into Ridge's eyes, and for a moment it's as if time stops. There's an undeniable connection, a sense that they're not just healing chakras but perhaps something deeper. Brooke, ever suspicious of Taylor's motives, watches the scene unfold from outside. Her face tightens with worry as she misinterprets the intimate nature of the moment. What is Taylor up to this time, Brooke wonders. Is she using this spiritual exercise as a way to worm her way back into Ridge's life? In the Forrester design office, Hope and Carter's secret moment. Over at Forrester Creations, the temperature is just as high, but for different reasons. Hope and Carter have shared some sparks over the past few weeks, but now they finally give in to their attraction. In the middle of the design office, they kiss passionately, breaking the vow Hope had made to herself to stay away from workplace romances. Hope jokes about the broken vow, saying, "So much for swearing off office romances," just as things get heated between them. But their moment is abruptly interrupted when Steffi walks in. Hope and Carter jump apart like guilty schoolkids, with Hope grabbing the phone and pretending to be on a call. Steffi is none the wiser and assumes Hope is badgering Carter about her fashion line. She complains that Hope is relentless when it comes to getting what she wants for her collection, but her suspicions don't extend beyond business, for now. Hope, shaken but still composed, tries to redirect the conversation by bringing up Ridge and Taylor, but it's clear Steffi isn't letting go of the tension between Hope and Carter so easily. Steffi's words to Hope are laced with a subtle warning. Carter is an essential part of Forrester Creations, and she doesn't appreciate anyone putting him under unnecessary pressure, even if it's Hope, the company's golden girl. Back at the Cliff House, Ridge helps Taylor heal. Meanwhile, at the Cliff House, Ridge and Taylor's chakra session continues. Ridge, ever the supportive partner, helps Taylor rebalance her heart chakra under Chandra's guidance. Taylor is overwhelmed with emotion as Ridge holds her in a deep embrace, encouraging her to let go of the past and focus on healing. Chandra's voice is soothing, guiding them through the exercise, but the moment is intense. Taylor can't hold back her tears as Ridge assures her that he's there for her, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. The scene is charged with vulnerability and raw emotion, something Taylor hasn't allowed herself to feel in a long time. But outside, Brooke is growing more and more agitated. From her vantage point, it looks like Taylor and Ridge are doing much more than a spiritual exercise. What are they doing? Brooke mutters to herself, unable to tear her eyes away. Her mind races with thoughts of betrayal and manipulation. Surely, Taylor is using this so-called healing session as a way to seduce Ridge and rekindle their romance. Hope and Steffi's showdown. A battle of mothers. Back in the design office, the tension between Hope and Steffi reaches a boiling point. After Steffi's subtle warning about Carter, the conversation takes a turn toward their respective mothers. Steffi, always protective of Taylor, brings up the rivalry that's existed between Brooke and Taylor for decades. She hints that history might be repeating itself. Just as Brooke once went after Ridge when he was with Taylor, Maybe Hope is following in her mother's footsteps. Hope tries to play it cool, insisting that she's done with all the drama, and that their mother's rivalry doesn't need to affect their lives. But Steffi isn't convinced. She brings up Hope's past indiscretions with Liam, reminding her that some wounds take a long time to heal. Hope, clearly irritated, fires back, saying that Brooke has no problem with Ridge spending time with Taylor. Steffi counters with a pointed remark, "As long as Brooke can acknowledge that my mother will always love my dad." The tension between the two women is palpable, and it's clear that while they might want to break free from their mother's drama, they're both still deeply influenced by it. Brooke confronts Taylor. The moment we've been waiting for. After watching for what feels like an eternity, Brooke finally snaps. Once Ridge leaves, she barges into the Cliff house and confronts Taylor, demanding to know what's going on. Her eyes are blazing with anger and accusation as she asks, "What was that?" "I saw everything, Taylor." Taylor, still emotionally raw from the chakra session, tries to explain that what Brooke saw wasn't what she thinks. She reveals that she's been dealing with a condition called broken heart syndrome, and the chakra healing was part of her treatment. But Brooke isn't buying it. Broken heart syndrome? You've got to be kidding me. Taylor, this is just another one of your manipulative tactics to pull Ridge back into your life. Taylor, exhausted and drained from the session, tries to hold her ground. This has nothing to do with Ridge, Brooke. I've been struggling and he's been helping me heal. But Brooke's not having any of it. To her, this is just another chapter in Taylor's long history of trying to undermine her relationship with Ridge. Closing thoughts. The emotional stakes are higher than ever as Brooke, Taylor, Hope and Steffi navigate the tangled web of love, rivalry and family ties. Taylor's vulnerability and Ridge's unwavering support have reignited old flames, while Brooke's insecurities continue to drive her actions. Meanwhile, Steffi's fierce loyalty to her mother and her warnings to Hope signal that the next generation of Forrester women is just as embroiled in drama as their mothers were. With secrets exposed and confrontations looming, the future of these relationships hangs in the balance. Will Brooke and Ridge's marriage survive Taylor's emotional healing journey? Will Hope and Carter's connection cause even more friction at Forrester Creations? Only time will tell as the drama continues to unfold on The Bold and the Beautiful. Stay tuned for more explosive episodes, as hearts are broken, bonds are tested, and the tangled web of love and betrayal grows ever more complex. Well, okay then. Bold and Beautiful is doing something soaps almost never do, and it's shaking things up in the craziest way. When it comes to soap operas, fans expect certain things. Love triangles, heated confrontations, high drama, and most importantly, fresh episodes packed with juicy twists. But recently, The Bold and the Beautiful has thrown viewers for a loop by doing something that soaps almost never do. Instead of innovating with brand new stories, they're serving up what feels like reruns, rehashing familiar, decades-old plots. And it's got fans both scratching their heads and in some cases groaning in frustration. On one side of the canvas we have the age-old Brooke, Ridge, Taylor love triangle rearing its head again. A storyline that feels like it's on its millionth lap around the track. On the other side we have Liam yet again trying to win back Hope in a plot we've seen play out too many times to count. This time though there's a wrinkle. Hope's surprising and sudden feelings for Carter. But even that feels like just another variation on a well-worn theme. So why is Bold and Beautiful choosing to revisit these old familiar stories? Are they out of fresh ideas, or is there a method to the madness? In this deep dive we'll explore the reasons behind these reruns, break down the fan reactions, and speculate on what this means for the future of the show. The Brooke-Ridge-Taylor Triangle. A tale as old as time. If you've been a fan of The Bold and the Beautiful for any length of time, then you know that the Brooke-Ridge-Taylor Triangle is practically the backbone of the series. It's the story that keeps on giving, and giving, and giving. And while die-hard fans may still enjoy the occasional twist, let's be honest, we've seen this play out in every possible way. At this point, Ridge has married Brooke, married Taylor, and flip-flopped between them so many times that it feels like watching a tennis match that never ends. And yet, here we are again. Brooke is jealous of Ridge's connection with Taylor. Taylor's heart is breaking again. And Ridge is in the middle once more trying to figure out which woman he truly belongs with. Sound familiar? It should, because this exact storyline has been the central plot of The Bold and the Beautiful since practically the dawn of time. From the fiery confrontations between Brooke and Taylor to Ridge's endless vacillating, it's like the writers hit copy and paste from an old script and called it a day. And fans are starting to notice. Sure, the love triangle may be a cornerstone of soap storytelling, but it's also starting to feel tired. When the last Taylor recast came and went, fans were hopeful that the show might finally take the character in a new direction. But instead, the writers seem content to lean on the same old tropes, reforming the triangle and heading toward the same inevitable conclusion. Ridge will eventually reunite with Taylor to help her through her latest emotional crisis, in this case, her battle with broken heart syndrome, only to dump her when she's healed and run back into Brooke's arms. Rinse and repeat. Liam's never-ending quest for redemption. Hope, Carter, and déjà vu. Then there's the other half of the canvas. Liam and Hope. These two have been on a seemingly never-ending merry-go-round for years, with Liam constantly finding new ways to mess up their relationship, only to come crawling back, begging for forgiveness. Sound familiar? It should, because this is about the 100th time it's happened. What's new this time around is Hope's sudden and surprising feelings for Carter. Sure, this adds a bit of intrigue, but in the grand scheme of things it's really just another variation on the same old theme. How many times has Liam's waffling been complicated by another man in the picture? Whether it's Wyatt, Thomas, or now Carter. The only thing that's changed is the name of the third party. And just like with Ridge, we already know how this story is going to end. Liam will make a heartfelt plea to Hope, convincing her that they belong together. Hope, torn between her old feelings for Liam and her new connection with Carter, will eventually decide to give Liam another chance. But just when things seem to be settling down, she'll realize that her feelings for Carter are more intense than she thought, and the cycle will start all over again. It's a classic soap opera dilemma, torn between two lovers, but when it's the same characters playing the same roles over and over again, it starts to lose its punch. Why is Bold and Beautiful doing this? So why is the Bold and the Beautiful leaning so heavily on these old familiar stories? Some fans have speculated that the show is simply out of ideas. After all, there are only so many love triangles and romantic entanglements you can create before you start repeating yourself. But there could be a deeper reason at play. One possibility is that the writers are banking on nostalgia. By revisiting these iconic storylines, they may be hoping to tap into viewers' long-standing emotional investment in these characters. The Brooke-Ridge-Taylor triangle, in particular, is one of the most enduring and beloved plots in daytime history. For longtime fans, there's a certain comfort in seeing these familiar faces and familiar conflicts play out on screen. Another reason could be that Bold and Beautiful is playing it safe. With the daytime soap landscape shrinking, the show may not want to take too many risks. Sticking with tried-and-true storylines could be a way to ensure that they keep their loyal viewers tuning in, even if it means sacrificing creativity and originality. There's also the possibility that the show is simply buying time. With certain actors coming and going and ongoing contract negotiations, the writers may be treading water until they can implement a bigger, more dramatic story arc down the line. In the meantime, they're relying on these reruns to fill the gap. The Luna Saga. A missed opportunity for bold storytelling. Speaking of originality, let's talk about the Luna storyline. A plot that could have been so much more than it was. Luna's arc had the potential to shake things up in a big way, introducing a fresh character with ties to the Forrester family and creating a brand new set of conflicts. But instead it felt like a rushed, half-baked storyline that fizzled out before it even had a chance to take off. Fans were left scratching their heads, wondering what the point of it all was. Luna's motivations were murky at best, and her relationships with the other characters never felt fully developed. In the end, it felt like the show abandoned the Luna storyline just as quickly as it introduced it, leaving viewers with more questions than answers. While it wasn't the most successful storyline, it did at least offer something different, something unpredictable. In a soap landscape where so much feels recycled, Luna's arc could have been a breath of fresh air. But instead it ended up being a missed opportunity. What this means for the future of the Bold and the Beautiful. So, where does the Bold and the Beautiful go from here? Will the show continue to rely on these recycled storylines? Or will it take a risk and push the envelope with fresh, innovative plots? At the moment, it seems like the writers are content to stick with what they know works, even if it's starting to wear thin with some fans. But if the show wants to keep viewers engaged for the long haul, it's going to have to shake things up eventually. One potential avenue for new drama could be exploring more of Hope and Carter's relationship. While it may feel like just another third-party complication for Liam and Hope's relationship, there's a chance that the writers could develop it into something more substantial. Hope's feelings for Carter could signal a deeper shift in her character, one that could lead to unexpected twists and turns down the line. Similarly, the Ridge-Taylor-Brooke triangle could take a more surprising direction if the writers are willing to think outside the box. What if Taylor, after being healed by Ridge's support, decides she's better off without him? What if she chooses to focus on herself and her career, leaving Ridge and Brooke to sort out their mess on their own? The possibilities are there. It's just a matter of whether the writers are willing to explore them. In conclusion, a rerun with potential? While The Bold and the Beautiful may be treading familiar ground with its current storylines, there's still hope for the future. If the show can find a way to inject some fresh energy into these old plots, it could turn what feels like a rerun into something new and exciting. For now though, fans will have to sit tight and see where the chips fall. Will Ridge and Taylor's reunion end in heartbreak again? Will Hope and Liam's love story finally reach a satisfying conclusion? Or will the cycle of drama continue indefinitely? Only time will tell, but in the world of soaps one thing is always certain. There's always more drama around the corner. Bold and Beautiful's Rebecca Budig answers the big question. Is Taylor after Brooke's man again? The truth behind the Ridge-Taylor-Brooke love triangle. This week, The Bold and the Beautiful brings fans back to familiar territory, the Ridge-Taylor-Brooke love triangle, but with a modern twist that is leaving viewers on the edge of their seats. As the soap world's most enduring trio dances around romance, jealousy, and secrets, Bold and Beautiful newcomer Rebecca Budig is giving us insight into Taylor's true feelings and her dynamic with Ridge and Brooke. Taylor's battle with her health is a central theme in this week's episodes, but it's hard to ignore the undeniable chemistry between her and Ridge, even if she's insistent that she's not after him romantically. However, as Budig herself hints, Taylor's intentions may not be as cut and dry as they seem, and Brooke isn't buying it. So what's really going on here? Is Taylor truly focused on her recovery and personal growth, or is she harboring feelings for Ridge that could upend his relationship with Brooke? And how does Steffi fit into all of this? Let's dive into the messy, complicated, and juicy drama of The Bold and the Beautiful. Taylor's big reveal. Health comes first, but is that all? Taylor has been keeping a massive secret, and this week, she's finally ready to come clean about her health struggles. For weeks now, she's been relying on Ridge's support as she faces a serious health condition, one that, in her eyes, could have ended her life. Broken heart syndrome has taken a heavy toll on Taylor, both physically and emotionally, and Ridge has been right by her side throughout the ordeal. But here's the kicker. Despite their history and undeniable connection, Taylor has repeatedly told Ridge that she's not interested in rekindling their romance. And yet, Brooke, ever the suspicious partner, isn't convinced. In fact, when Taylor finally confides in Brooke about her health struggles, the conversation quickly turns from compassion to confrontation. So, is Taylor telling the truth? Is her focus really on healing, or is she using her vulnerability as a way to get closer to Ridge? According to Rebecca Budig, who has stepped into Taylor's shoes, the situation is far more complicated than it seems. There's something undeniable between them, Budig explains in an exclusive interview, but they are both trying to be respectful of where they are in their lives. Ridge is with Brooke, and Taylor wants to honor that. But at the same time, there's a history that can't be ignored. They've shared so much, not just romantically but emotionally, that it's hard to completely separate those feelings. Translation: Taylor may not be actively pursuing Ridge, but the chemistry between them is very much alive, and Brooke has every reason to be wary. Brooke versus Taylor. The showdown we've been waiting for. As Taylor opens up about her health to Brooke, viewers are treated to a moment of rare vulnerability from both women. Brooke, who has often been portrayed as the more calculating and aggressive of the two, shows genuine sympathy for Taylor's situation. After all, Brooke is a mother too, and she understands the fear and pain that come with being ill and not wanting to burden your family. But, as we all know, sympathy only goes so far in the world of soap operas, especially when it comes to protecting your man. Budig teases that while Brooke empathizes with Taylor's condition, she's also quick to draw a line in the sand. Ultimately, Brooke kinda puts Taylor on notice, Budig says with a laugh. She's like, I get it, you're going through a lot, but back off. He's my man. This confrontation is sure to be a must-watch moment, as Brooke stakes her claim on Ridge and makes it clear that she won't tolerate Taylor getting too close to him, no matter what the circumstances are. Taylor, for her part, will likely insist that her relationship with Ridge is strictly platonic at this point, but will Brooke believe her? Not likely. The real question is, will we believe her? Ridge's role torn between two women. Again? And where does Ridge fit into all of this? As always, he's caught in the middle, torn between the two women who have defined his life for decades. On one hand, he's committed to Brooke and seems determined to maintain their relationship. But on the other hand, his connection with Taylor runs deep. And now, with her health on the line, he feels a sense of responsibility to be there for her. When it comes to health, it's difficult to tell someone what they should be doing, or who they should be sharing their personal information with, Brooke explains. Ridge is in a tough position because he wants to respect Taylor's wishes, but he also knows that keeping this secret from Brooke has created a whole new set of problems. This week, Ridge's struggle to balance his loyalty to Brooke and his care for Taylor will come to a head, as he realizes that keeping Taylor's secret has only made things more complicated. With Taylor's condition now out in the open, Ridge will have to navigate the delicate balance of supporting her through her recovery, while reassuring Brooke that his heart still belongs to her. But can he really do both? Steffi steps in, a mother-daughter bonding moment. While much of the focus has been on the Brooke-Taylor-Ridge triangle, Steffi has been quietly dealing with her own struggles. As Taylor's daughter, Steffi has been kept in the dark about her mother's health, a choice that Taylor made out of a desire to protect her daughter from more heartache. But this week, Taylor will finally come clean to Steffi, leading to a heartfelt and emotional conversation between mother and daughter. Steffi has been through so much over the past year or more, Brooke reminds fans. From her struggles with Finn's supposed death to her ongoing rivalry with Hope, she's had a lot on her plate. Taylor didn't want to pile this news on top of everything else, but eventually, she realizes that Steffi needs to know. This conversation between Taylor and Steffi promises to be a powerful one, as they both open up about their fears, their love for each other, and the bond that has kept them strong through so many challenges. For Steffi, this moment will be a chance to reconnect with her mother on a deeper level, and to offer her the support that Taylor has been too afraid to ask for. But of course, this is bold and beautiful, so even a tender mother-daughter moment could have ripple effects throughout the Forrester family. With Steffi now fully aware of Taylor's condition, will she become more protective of her mother? And how will this newfound knowledge affect her relationship with Ridge and Brooke? What's next? Is Taylor really moving on? Or is she still in love with Ridge? As this week's episodes unfold, fans will be left wondering, is Taylor really as focused on her recovery as she claims, or is she still holding out hope for a future with Ridge? Rebecca Brooke herself seems to think that the answer isn't so simple. There's always been chemistry between them, Brooke says. But something has always gotten in the way. And by something, we all know she means Brooke. While Taylor insists that she's not trying to come between Brooke and Ridge, her history with him, and the undeniable bond they share, makes it hard to believe that she's completely moved on. And with Brooke putting her on notice, the tension between these two women is only going to escalate in the coming weeks. Will Taylor stay true to her word and focus on her health, or will her lingering feelings for Ridge complicate things even further? And how will Brooke handle the pressure of having Taylor so close to Ridge, especially now that they've shared such an emotional experience? As always, the bold and the beautiful is keeping fans guessing, and we wouldn't have it any other way. In conclusion, will Taylor back off, or is Brooke right to be worried? Rebecca Brooke's portrayal of Taylor brings a fresh perspective to the character, but the same old drama between Brooke, Taylor and Ridge is still as juicy as ever. This week, Taylor's health crisis takes center stage, but it's clear that her relationship with Ridge is far from over. And with Brooke watching her every move, the tension is only going to build. Will Taylor's confession bring peace to the Forrester family, or will it reignite the long-standing rivalry between her and Brooke? And more importantly, will Ridge ever be able to truly choose between the two women who have shaped his life? Stay tuned because this love triangle is far from over. And as Rebecca Brooke hints, Taylor may not be done with Ridge just yet. Brooke tiptoes around Taylor's diagnosis. Will it reignite their bold and beautiful rivalry? The Bold and the Beautiful is setting the stage for yet another chapter in the seemingly never-ending saga of Brooke Logan and Taylor Hayes. And this time, Taylor's health crisis could be the catalyst. Spoilers suggest that Brooke is highly suspicious of Taylor's recent diagnosis, but she's treading carefully, unsure whether Taylor's broken heart syndrome is truly as dire as it sounds or a manipulative ploy to get Ridge back. As tensions rise, fans are left wondering, will Brooke and Taylor's rivalry reignite, or will this crisis bring them closer together? Let's dive into the latest spoilers, fan theories, and predictions for what's coming next in this explosive storyline. Brooke Logan's suspicion. Is Taylor's diagnosis a manipulation tactic? When Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, walks in on a hushed conversation between Ridge Forrester, Torsten Kay, and Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, she overhears just enough to know something major is going on. Ridge's ex-wife, Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, is suffering from a serious condition, broken heart syndrome, a diagnosis that has left Ridge deeply concerned and ready to support her through the healing process. But here's the kicker. Taylor's illness is directly tied to her unhealed feelings for Ridge, the love of her life. Naturally, this leaves Brooke questioning the legitimacy of Taylor's condition. Could this be an elaborate scheme to pull Ridge away from her? Bold and Beautiful fans have seen Taylor's vulnerabilities before, and while broken heart syndrome is a real, potentially deadly condition, Brooke can't help but wonder if Taylor's emotions for Ridge are being played up for effect. At the heart of Brooke's doubt is the undeniable fact that Taylor's love for Ridge is still alive and well. Taylor's been emotionally crushed time and again by watching Ridge reunite with Brooke, so it's not hard to believe that her physical health is reflecting her emotional distress. But is this just another way for Taylor to worm her way back into Ridge's heart? Brooke and Taylor, friends or foes? In recent episodes, Bold and Beautiful teased the possibility of a new friendship between Brooke and Taylor. After years of being at each other's throats over Ridge, both women seem to have grown tired of their rivalry, even voicing a desire to bury the hatchet and move forward as friends. But anyone who's watched this soap for more than a minute knows that peace between Brooke and Taylor never lasts long. Spoilers suggest that Brooke is trying to tread lightly when she first learns about Taylor's diagnosis. She may not outright accuse Taylor of using her illness to steal Ridge, but she's certainly suspicious. Brooke, ever the strategist, will likely take her time gathering information before making her move. Could she be playing the long game, waiting for Taylor to reveal her true motives? At the same time, Taylor is struggling with feelings of embarrassment over her diagnosis. She's emotionally raw and vulnerable, and the last thing she wants is for Brooke to weaponize her condition against her. But as Ridge continues to spend more time with Taylor, providing the emotional support she desperately needs, Brooke's patience could wear thin. Bill Spencer's influence, fueling Brooke's fears. In typical Bold and Beautiful fashion, outside influences are sure to stir the pot. Recently, Bill Spencer, Don Diamant, filled Brooke's head with images of Ridge and Taylor's deep connection. He knows just how much Taylor still loves Ridge and has planted the seeds of doubt in Brooke's mind. Bill's words have a powerful effect on Brooke. While she may have initially wanted to trust that Taylor's diagnosis is legitimate, her conversation with Bill has reignited old fears. What if Taylor's love for Ridge really is killing her? And worse, what if Ridge feels obligated to leave Brooke and return to Taylor, thinking it's the only way to save her? This internal conflict could push Brooke to act in ways that could either save her relationship or destroy it entirely. Will she try to force Ridge to choose between her and Taylor, or will she be pushed to step aside for the sake of Taylor's health? Steffy Forrester's role. Rallying for her parents' reunion? If there's one person who will fight tooth and nail to see Ridge and Taylor reunited, it's their daughter Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood. Once Steffy learns about her mother's illness, she's bound to put pressure on Ridge to leave Brooke and be with Taylor. After all, this is the perfect opportunity for Steffy to push for the reunion she's always wanted for her parents. Steffy's involvement could reignite the classic Logan versus Forrester feud that's been a central theme on Bold and Beautiful for decades. With Steffy pushing Ridge toward Taylor, and Brooke holding her ground, the stakes are higher than ever. Will Steffy's influence tip the scales in Taylor's favor? Or will Brooke manage to keep Ridge by her side? Either way, it's clear that the coming weeks will see the tension between the Forrester and Logan families reach a boiling point. What's next? Brooke's dilemma, support or sabotage? With Taylor's health in jeopardy and Ridge caught in the middle, Brooke faces a dilemma that could change the course of her relationship. She could surprise everyone and choose to support Taylor through her recovery, recognizing that this is a life-threatening condition, not a calculated attempt to win Ridge back. However, this is Brooke we're talking about, and her history with Taylor makes it difficult for her to fully let her guard down. No matter how genuine Taylor's diagnosis may be, Brooke knows that her rival has never stopped loving Ridge. Supporting Taylor might mean giving Taylor an opening to get closer to Ridge, something Brooke has fought hard to prevent. Spoilers hint that Brooke's initial reaction is one of doubt, but the real drama will unfold when she decides how to handle the situation moving forward. Will she shock everyone and step aside, allowing Ridge to focus on Taylor's recovery? Or will she dig her heels in and fight to keep Ridge by her side, even if it means coming across as unsympathetic to Taylor's plight? The future of the Brooke-Taylor-Ridge triangle. Shocker or more of the same? In the world of Bold and Beautiful, we've seen the Brooke-Taylor-Ridge triangle play out time and again, with Ridge ping-ponging between the two women for years. This time, however, Taylor's health crisis adds a new layer of complexity to the dynamic. Will the soap go down the familiar path of reigniting Brooke and Taylor's rivalry, with Ridge once again torn between them? Or could there be a shocking twist in store, with Brooke stepping aside for Taylor's sake, if only temporarily? While the possibility of Brooke and Taylor once again battling for Ridge's affections may feel like more of the same, the added element of Taylor's health crisis gives the storyline a fresh angle. Fans will have to wait and see whether this diagnosis truly brings the two women together, or tears them apart for good. Conclusion. Will Brooke step aside or fight for Ridge? As Bold and Beautiful continues to explore Taylor's battle with broken heart syndrome, all eyes are on Brooke and how she'll respond to the news. Will she support Taylor and allow Ridge to be there for his ex-wife? Or will she see this as yet another attempt by Taylor to reclaim her place in Ridge's life? One thing is for certain, the Brooke-Taylor-Ridge love triangle is far from over. And with Steffi pushing for her parents' reunion and Bill stirring the pot, the drama is only just beginning. Stay tuned because the rivalry between Brooke and Taylor may be heating up once again. And it's going to be one wild ride. Week of October 14th to 18th, 2024. Love, betrayal, and confrontations. This week on The Bold and the Beautiful, fans can expect major developments on multiple fronts as tensions rise, emotions flare, and unexpected moves are made. Relationships will be tested, secrets will be uncovered, and new dynamics will emerge at Forrester Creations. Here's what you need to know about the drama unfolding this week. Monday, October 14th. Brooke Logan spies on Ridge and Taylor. The week kicks off with Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, on high alert as she continues to keep a close eye on Ridge Forrester, Torsten Kay, and Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig. Ridge has been spending more time with Taylor, and this time, the two are seen working with a chakra healer. Brooke's suspicions are growing by the minute, and she's determined to get to the bottom of it. Meanwhile, over at Forrester Creations, Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, and Hope Logan Annika Noel find themselves once again at odds. The tension between the two women escalates quickly, and just when things are about to boil over, Carter Walton Lawrence St. Victor steps in to mediate. Carter's diplomatic skills are put to the test, but will he be able to calm the storm between these two rivals? Tuesday, October 15th. Brooke confronts Taylor, a heated showdown. Things come to a head on Tuesday as Brooke finally confronts Taylor. After watching from the sidelines for too long, Brooke can no longer hold her tongue. In a dramatic confrontation, Brooke accuses Taylor of getting too close to Ridge, and specifically calls out seeing Taylor sit on Ridge's lap. Taylor, however, isn't about to back down without a fight. She challenges Brooke's assumptions, clarifying that Brooke thinks she knows what was going on, but there's more to the story than Brooke realizes. The heated exchange between the two women could reignite their decades-long feud, just as their fragile truce begins to crumble. Over at the Forrester mansion, Steffi receives devastating news as she finally learns the truth about her mother's health crisis. Taylor's broken heart syndrome puts things into perspective for Steffi, but how will this revelation affect her? Will Steffi be driven to focus on her family's well-being, or will she use her mother's illness as an excuse to push Ridge and Taylor back together? Wednesday, October 16th. Liam Spencer's emotional tribute to Hope. On Wednesday, Liam Spencer Scott Clifton takes a bold step to reconnect with his ex-wife, Hope Logan. After his recent attempts to reconcile with Hope fall flat, Liam pours his heart into a heartfelt video tribute. The emotional video highlights Hope's personal and professional accomplishments, reminding her, and the audience, just how much Liam still cares for her. But will Liam's touching tribute have the desired effect? Will Hope be swayed by his emotional gesture? Or has she truly moved on? The video forces Hope to confront her past with Liam, and fans are left wondering if this will lead to a rekindling of their romance, or if it's too little, too late. Thursday, October 17th. Carter Walton's big pitch and Will Spencer's secret. The action shifts back to Forrester Creations on Thursday, where Carter Walton takes center stage with a major business pitch. He presents a proposal on behalf of Hope for the future, hoping to reinvigorate the fashion line and secure its future at Forrester. But there's a catch. Steffi has the final say, and it's unclear whether she'll be on board with Carter's plans for the line. Could her personal tensions with Hope affect her professional decision-making? Elsewhere, Will Spencer Crew Morrow has some shocking news for his father, Bill Spencer, Don Diamant. Bill, always the proud and controlling dad, is in for a surprise when Will reveals that he's landed an internship at Forrester Creations. The revelation is bound to ruffle Bill's feathers, especially given his complicated history with the Forresters. How will Bill react, and will this new development create friction between him and his son? Friday, October 18th. A romantic night for Carter and Hope. The week wraps up with sparks flying between Carter and Hope. After working closely together on the business pitch for Hope for the future, the two end up sharing a romantic evening together. Carter, who's been single for a while and is still nursing the wounds from his past relationships, finds himself caught up in his emotions. But is Hope really the right woman for him? The chemistry between them is undeniable, but with Liam still very much in the picture, things are bound to get complicated. As the evening unfolds, Carter opens up about his feelings, leaving Hope with a major decision to make. Will she allow herself to fall for Carter, or will Liam's tribute still weigh heavily on her heart? Fans will be left on the edge of their seats, wondering what direction Hope's love life will take. Conclusion: a week of big decisions and even bigger consequences. This week on The Bold and the Beautiful, the drama reaches new heights as Brooke, Taylor, Ridge, Hope, Liam and Carter all face major turning points in their relationships. Brooke's confrontation with Taylor could reignite an age-old rivalry, while Liam's emotional tribute puts Hope in a difficult position. Carter, meanwhile, takes a big risk, both professionally and personally, as he pitches Hope's fashion line and allows his feelings for her to surface. As always, The Bold and the Beautiful delivers with its trademark mix of romance, betrayal, and shocking twists. Be sure to tune in to see how these storylines unfold, and what consequences these characters will face as they navigate the ever-complicated world of love and family. Is Liam Sheila's new pawn in her plot to destroy Steffi and Finn's marriage? In the high-stakes world of The Bold and the Beautiful, no one is safe when Sheila Carter Kimberlin Brown is lurking in the shadows. As one of the most iconic and dangerous characters in soap opera history, Sheila has always been a master manipulator, willing to do whatever it takes to achieve her goals. Recently, Sheila has her sights set on something or someone new, and Liam Spencer Scott Clifton might just be the next pawn in her twisted game. The October 8th episode dropped some intriguing clues that could foreshadow Sheila's next major storyline. Her unexpected interaction with Liam at Il Giardino may not have been just for laughs. Could Sheila be targeting Liam as a way to infiltrate Steffi Forrester's, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, life once again? Let's dive into the evidence and explore what Sheila's potential endgame might be. Sheila's unsettling interaction with Liam. A prelude to a bigger plot? When Sheila made her unannounced appearance at Liam's table during the October 8th episode, it was easy to dismiss it as a bit of comic relief. After all, Liam's discomfort was palpable when Sheila placed her hands on his shoulders, leaving him visibly unsettled. Their exchange, which included Sheila slapping down the check and Liam goading her with his usual sarcastic remarks, seemed humorous on the surface. However, The Bold and the Beautiful rarely include scenes without a purpose. Sheila's sudden interest in Liam could be a subtle foreshadowing of things to come. Why would Sheila, who has been laser-focused on her son Finn, Tanner Novlin, and his marriage to Steffi, suddenly take time out of her scheming to bother Liam? Could it be that she's found a new way to manipulate her way back into Finn's life, By exploiting Liam's lingering connection to Steffi? Sheila's motives. Breaking up Steffi and Finn. Let's not forget Sheila's ultimate goal. To secure a place in her son Finn's life. She has long been fixated on building a relationship with him, despite Steffi's strong opposition. Steffi has made it abundantly clear that Sheila is not welcome in her family, and she has done everything in her power to keep Sheila away from Finn and their children. For Sheila, this is a major obstacle. She knows that as long as Steffi and Finn remain united, she has little chance of getting close to her son. But what if she could break them up? Sheila has proven time and again that she will go to extreme lengths to get what she wants, and it's not out of the realm of possibility that she sees Liam as the key to dismantling Steffi and Finn's marriage. Why Liam? Sheila's perfect pawn. Sheila's potential interest in Liam makes sense when you consider his history with Steffi. Liam and Steffi share a complicated past filled with love, heartbreak, and co-parenting their daughter, Kelly Spencer, Sophia Parrs McKinley. Despite their relationship's ups and downs, there is no denying that Liam still cares deeply for Steffi. After Liam's failed attempts to reconcile with Hope Logan, Annika Noel, he might be vulnerable enough for Sheila to manipulate. If she can plant seeds of doubt in Liam's mind and convince him that Steffi is the only woman for him, Sheila could stir up trouble between Steffi and Finn. Liam's unresolved feelings for Steffi could be used as a weapon in Sheila's arsenal, driving a wedge between Steffi and her husband. How Sheila might manipulate Liam. Sheila's strength lies in her ability to exploit people's vulnerabilities, and Liam is no exception. If Sheila wants to break up Steffi and Finn, she could play on Liam's guilt, his lingering feelings for Steffi, and his frustration over his failed marriage with Hope. Sheila might position herself as an unlikely ally, offering support to Liam while subtly pushing him to reconnect with Steffi. Imagine Sheila planting the idea that Finn isn't the right man for Steffi, or that Liam and Steffi's co-parenting bond should evolve into something more. Sheila might convince Liam that rekindling his romance with Steffi is the best way to protect Kelly and ensure she grows up in a stable family environment. All the while, Sheila would be pulling the strings behind the scenes, orchestrating a potential breakup without ever getting her hands dirty. The fallout. Steffi and Finn's marriage in jeopardy? If Sheila successfully manipulates Liam into pursuing Steffi again, it could set off a chain of events that jeopardizes Steffi and Finn's marriage. Finn, who has already struggled with his loyalty to his mother and his wife, could feel increasingly alienated if Steffi and Liam grow closer. Steffi, torn between her past with Liam and her present with Finn, could find herself caught in a complicated love triangle. This wouldn't be the first time Liam's indecisiveness has caused chaos in Steffi's life, but with Sheila involved, the stakes are higher than ever. Sheila's ultimate goal is to push Finn and Steffi apart, and if Liam falls into her trap, the marriage could be on shaky ground. What's next? Sheila's sinister plot unfolds. The question now is, how far will Sheila go to achieve her goal? The bold and the beautiful spoilers hint at more twists and turns in the coming weeks, with Sheila's actions leading to some unsettling developments. If Sheila succeeds in using Liam as a pawn, the consequences could be disastrous for Steffi, Finn, and even Liam himself. Fans know that Sheila rarely plays by the rules, and her schemes often have a way of spiraling out of control. Could Liam become her unwitting accomplice in tearing Steffi and Finn apart? Or will Liam recognize Sheila's manipulation before it's too late? One thing's for sure. When Sheila Carter is involved, no one is safe. Conclusion. Sheila's deadly game of chess. As the bold and the beautiful ramps up the drama, Sheila's latest plot promises to shake up the lives of everyone involved. Whether or not Liam becomes her new target, Sheila's determination to destroy Steffi and Finn's marriage is clear. If she succeeds in pulling Liam into her web of deceit, Steffi may once again find herself caught between the two men who have defined much of her adult life. For fans, the coming weeks will be filled with suspense as Sheila's sinister plan unfolds. Will Steffi and Finn's love survive Sheila's latest attack? Or will Liam's involvement lead to the end of their marriage? Stay tuned to The Bold and the Beautiful to see how this explosive storyline plays out. Taylor confesses, Brooke's disbelief, Carter and Hope's secret. Breaking down all the drama from the latest Bold and the Beautiful episode. Monday, October 14, 2024. An episode recap that leaves you wanting more. It's been a wild ride on The Bold and the Beautiful lately, and the latest episode, airing on Monday, October 14, 2024, did not disappoint. With shocking confessions, unexpected moments, and secrets threatening to unravel, you won't want to miss the latest developments. Taylor Hayes, played by the incredible Rebecca Budig, drops a bombshell, but will Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, believe her? Meanwhile, Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, barges in at the most inconvenient time, catching Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, in a compromising position. Let's dive into every juicy moment of this action-packed episode. Taylor's emotional breakdown and chakra healing. Is this the end for her? In a deeply emotional moment, Taylor is guided through a chakra healing session by none other than Ridge Forrester, Torsten K. Sitting cross-legged, Ridge's hands are placed firmly on Taylor's chest, a position that not only sets the stage for healing, but also sparks intense emotions. Taylor's vulnerability is on full display as she admits that despite years of therapy and medication, her heart is still broken, both emotionally and now physically. The healer guiding the session insists that for Taylor to heal, she must allow herself to fully open up. Ridge is there, not just as her ex-husband but as someone who still clearly cares for her. But will this healing session be the turning point for Taylor's health? Or is this just another step toward a bigger, darker revelation? Brooke's jaw-dropping reaction, manipulation or misunderstanding. As this spiritual healing unfolds, Brooke stands in the doorway unseen and misinterprets the entire situation. Seeing Ridge with his hands on Taylor's chest and the intimate closeness between them, Brooke can only assume the worst. Is Taylor trying to manipulate Ridge into rekindling their romance under the guise of healing? Brooke's suspicions are clear, but the real question is whether she'll confront Ridge and Taylor head-on. Will Brooke believe that Taylor's diagnosis of broken heart syndrome is real, or will she dismiss it as a calculated attempt to pull Ridge away from her? Her disbelief could set off a chain reaction that threatens to disrupt not only her marriage but Taylor's fragile state. Hope and Carter's secret moment. Steffi walks in. Meanwhile, on the other side of town, Carter Walton and Hope Logan find themselves in an intense moment of their own. After a long day at Forrester Creations, the chemistry between them is undeniable, and it seems their secret fling is heating up. Carter suggests they keep it under wraps for now, and Hope readily agrees. But fate has other plans. In a classic soap opera twist, just as their lips part and they scramble to straighten themselves up, Steffi barges in. Though Steffi initially buys the story that Hope is grilling Carter about her fashion line's future, she can't shake the feeling that something more is going on. Steffi warns Hope not to damage her friendship with Carter or jeopardize her place at Forrester, leaving Hope on edge. The drama builds. Steffi's ultimatum and the threat to Hope's career. As Steffi heads to another meeting, she can't help but feel something is off. Hope and Carter's closeness seems unnatural, and Steffi knows better than to ignore her gut feeling. She warns Hope to tread carefully. The consequences of any personal entanglement with Carter could spell disaster, not just for her marriage with Liam, but also for her professional standing at Forrester Creations. Steffi's powerful words strike fear in Hope, who now must decide how far she's willing to go to protect her career, family, and forbidden attraction to Carter. The trust between Taylor and Ridge, a relationship that won't break? Back to Ridge and Taylor. Their connection is undeniable as the healer describes their bond as energetic interconnection, something far more than physical. Ridge's dedication to Taylor's well-being is evident as he leads her through a series of healing poses. As they attempt to align Taylor's chakras, Ridge praises Taylor's strength and resilience. But is there more behind his kind words? Brooke, watching from a distance, is convinced that Ridge still harbors deep feelings for Taylor. Could this be the moment that reopens old wounds and reignites the Ridge romance? Or is Ridge truly committed to Brooke, despite the years of complicated history with Taylor? A shocking conclusion: Brooke's confrontation is coming. As the episode draws to a close, Brooke decides she's had enough. She can't let Taylor manipulate Ridge any longer. With fury in her eyes, she storms toward the room, ready to confront Taylor about the healing session. But as she opens her mouth to speak, will Taylor finally admit to her medical condition? Or will Brooke's accusations push her over the edge? Fan theories and speculation. What's next? Fans have been buzzing with theories about what's to come on The Bold and the Beautiful. Will Taylor's diagnosis be the end of her, or the start of a new chapter? Is Brooke right to be suspicious of her motives, or is she misinterpreting an innocent situation? And what about Hope and Carter? Will Steffi's warning be enough to stop their secret affair? Or is it only a matter of time before their illicit romance is exposed? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and share your theories about what's next for these characters. Keep watching for more explosive drama. The Bold and the Beautiful continues to deliver jaw-dropping twists and turns every week, and Monday's episode was no exception. With Taylor's confession, Brooke's disbelief, and the shocking developments between Hope and Carter, the drama is only getting started. Make sure to tune in to CBS or stream on Paramount Plus to catch the next episode. Who knows what secrets will come to light next? Share your thoughts below. Did Brooke overreact? Will Hope and Carter's secrets stay hidden? Can Taylor really heal? Or will her illness be the start of something much bigger? Drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more Bold and the Beautiful recaps, spoilers, and fan theories. As the drama unfolds in the world of the Bold and the Beautiful, fans are left breathless with anticipation for the upcoming revelations and confrontations. The latest twists will send shockwaves through the Forrester family as secrets are uncovered, emotional wounds are laid bare, and the relationships we thought we understood are put to the test. In this deep dive, we'll explore the monumental moments in the lives of Taylor Hayes, Brooke Logan, and Steffi Forrester Finnegan. From Taylor's struggle with her health to Brooke's suspicion and Steffi's medical discoveries, the stakes have never been higher. Join us as we break down what's coming up in the next episode, and prepare for an emotional roller coaster that will keep you glued to your screen. The Bold and the Beautiful Taylor Hayes Chakra Healing. Taylor Hayes, Krista Allen, has always been a pillar of strength for her family and friends. However, recent events have shaken her to the core. After Ridge Forrester, Torsten K., convinced her to try chakra healing, Taylor reluctantly gave in, skeptical yet desperate for relief. Chakra healing, a turning point. Initially, Taylor approached the chakra session with hesitation. What could this possibly do for me, she thought, rolling her eyes at the idea of spiritual healing. Yet, under Ridge's persistent encouragement, she decided to embrace the process. As she participated in the session, Taylor felt her burdens beginning to lift, both mentally and emotionally. A heart unburdened. By the end of the session, Taylor found a newfound clarity. The chakra healing not only soothed her troubled heart, but also allowed her to see the complexity of her situation. She realized that keeping her condition, known as broken heart syndrome, a secret, was foolish and unnecessary. An apology to Ridge. Filled with remorse, Taylor mustered the courage to apologize to Ridge for putting him in such a difficult position. "I should have never kept this from you," she confessed, tears welling in her eyes. Ridge, taken aback by her vulnerability, promised to support her every step of the way. As she prepares for more tests to evaluate her heart health, it's clear that Taylor has begun a journey toward healing, both physically and emotionally. Brooke Logan's confrontation. The battle of wills. In a twist that no one saw coming, Brooke, Catherine Kelly Lang, finds herself thrust into the middle of this emotional turmoil. After witnessing Taylor straddling Ridge through the sliding door, Brooke's instincts kick in, leading her to confront Taylor head-on. Brooke's perspective. Seeing Taylor in such a compromising position sent Brooke's mind racing. What is going on, she thought, eyes narrowed as she took in the scene. Unable to hear the conversation but witnessing the body language, Brooke's protective instincts kicked in, and her jealousy flared. A heated confrontation. When Brooke finally confronts Taylor, it's a battle of wills. "I saw everything, Taylor," she accuses, her voice dripping with skepticism. "What were you doing with Ridge?" Taylor's defense. Taylor, trying to keep her composure, attempts to explain. "Brooke, it's not what you think. I have a medical condition. It's called broken heart syndrome," she states, desperately hoping for understanding. But Brooke, ever the skeptic, scoffs at the notion. "A medical condition? Please, Taylor. This sounds like another one of your schemes to worm your way back into Ridge's life." The unlikely ally, Taylor, frustrated, hints that Brooke should speak to Grace Buckingham, Cassandra Creech, about the condition. But Brooke's dismissive attitude remains, convinced that Taylor's motives are less than pure. As their argument escalates, it's evident that both women are deeply affected by their pasts. Brooke's fierce protectiveness over Ridge clashes with Taylor's need for understanding and support, setting the stage for an explosive confrontation. Steffi Forrester Finnegan's discovery. A new perspective. Meanwhile, Steffi, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, stands at the crossroads of family loyalty and personal ambition. When Taylor confides in her about the real reason behind her emotional turmoil, Steffi is forced to confront her own feelings about the situation. The impact of Taylor's health. As Taylor reveals her diagnosis to Steffi, the gravity of the situation begins to sink in. Steffi's reaction: "You have what?" Steffi gasps, her heart racing at the thought of her mother suffering. "What does this mean for you? Are you going to be okay?" Mother-daughter bond. Taylor's confession deepens their bond, with Steffi pledging to help her mother heal, both physically and emotionally. "We're in this together, Mom. I won't let you go through this alone," she declares, her determination unwavering. Blame and resolution. However, as the conversation unfolds, Steffi can't help but consider the role Brooke plays in Taylor's life. "Maybe this is all Brooke's fault," she mutters under her breath. The tension between the two women comes to a head as Steffi grapples with the fact that her mother's emotional state has been largely influenced by Brooke's actions. The push for reconciliation. Steffi's protective nature kicks in. "If Brooke doesn't get her act together, I'm going to have to do something about it," she resolves, thinking about how to navigate the tricky waters of family dynamics and romantic entanglements. The fallout. How will Hope react? Over with Hope Logan, Annika Noel. The consequences of Brooke's confrontation with Taylor will ripple through the Forrester family. Hope's jealousy. Learning about Brooke's altercation with Taylor, Hope might feel an urge to poke at Steffi, testing the boundaries of their fragile peace. "What's the matter, Steffi? Can't handle the truth?" she might taunt, pushing the rivalry further. A shift in alliances. As tensions rise, Hope's desire to support her mother may clash with her own feelings for Liam and the unresolved dynamics with Steffi. The complexity of family. I don't want to choose sides. Hope could find herself lamenting as she navigates the complex relationships within the Forrester clan. Looking ahead. The next episode. As The Bold and the Beautiful continues to explore the depths of love, rivalry, and the struggle for understanding, viewers can expect gripping drama as Taylor fights for her health and sanity, while Brooke fights to protect her family. What will happen next? As the story unfolds, the emotional stakes will rise, leading to unexpected confrontations and perhaps even reconciliation. Will Brooke be able to let go of her jealousy and support Taylor? Can Steffi navigate her loyalties without losing herself in the process? And how will Hope react to the growing tension? Conclusion. Join the conversation. With so many layers of drama unfolding, The Bold and the Beautiful remains a must-watch for soap fans everywhere. As we look forward to the next episode, we invite you to share your thoughts and predictions. What storyline are you most excited about? Will Taylor find the healing she desperately needs? Will Brooke's protective instincts drive a wedge between her and Ridge? How will Steffi's medical discovery change the family dynamic? Taylor's confession stuns Steffi. See how daughter responds to medical secret. The Bold and the Beautiful B&B spoilers reveal that Taylor Hayes' Rebecca Budig is about to drop a major bombshell on her daughter, Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, as the intense drama at the Cliff House continues to escalate. What will happen when Steffi learns the shocking truth about her mother's health condition? Will this revelation bring the family closer together, or tear them apart even further? In this detailed article, we break down the fallout of Taylor's emotional confession, Steffi's reaction, and the implications this has for the ongoing family dynamics. Will Steffi's deep-rooted desire to reunite her parents become even stronger after learning the truth, or will her concern for her mother take center stage? Let's dive into this dramatic and emotional storyline. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Taylor's secret comes to light. The Cliff House has been at the center of The Bold and the Beautiful's most recent dramas, and things are about to heat up even more as Taylor Hayes finally comes clean about her medical condition. The tension between Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, Ridge Forrester, Torsten Kay, and Taylor has been building, with Brooke assuming the worst after catching Ridge and Taylor in a close, intimate moment during a healing session. A misunderstanding with Brooke. Brooke, always on high alert when it comes to Taylor and Ridge's interactions, saw the two in what appeared to be a compromising position. Ridge had his hands on Taylor during a chakra healing session, a practice designed to help Taylor heal from her condition, broken heart syndrome. Unfortunately, Brooke wasn't privy to the full story and jumped to conclusions, accusing Taylor of trying to rekindle her romance with Ridge under the guise of a health crisis. Brooke's accusations. Brooke confronts Taylor, throwing accusations her way about trying to manipulate Ridge and rekindle their relationship. "I saw you, Taylor, straddling Ridge, using your condition to pull him back into your life." Brooke's fierce protectiveness over her relationship with Ridge blinds her to the real issue. Taylor's defense. Taylor, put on the spot, has no choice but to reveal the truth. "Brooke, this isn't what you think," Taylor says, trying to keep her composure. "I have a medical condition, broken heart syndrome. Ridge has been helping me through it with a healer. That's all this is." The problem, however, is that Taylor hasn't yet told her daughter, Steffi, about her diagnosis, and knowing that Brooke now has this information will push Taylor to come clean to Steffi before the truth spreads any further. Taylor's emotional confession to Steffi. The moment fans have been waiting for is here. Taylor will sit down with her daughter, Steffi, and finally reveal the truth about her medical condition. In an emotional and heart-wrenching scene, Taylor confesses that she's been suffering from broken heart syndrome, a condition triggered by emotional stress and unresolved trauma. Taylor's vulnerability. "Steffi, I didn't want to worry you," Taylor begins, her voice shaking. "But I've been diagnosed with broken heart syndrome. It's been affecting my health, and Ridge has been trying to help me heal." Steffi's shock. Steffi is stunned, her eyes widening as the gravity of the situation sinks in. "Broken heart syndrome? Mom, why didn't you tell me sooner?" Steffi asks, feeling a mixture of concern and frustration. "I could have been there for you. I would have supported you through this." A new chapter for Steffi and Taylor. Taylor's confession not only opens up a new chapter in her relationship with Steffi, but also gives Steffi a new understanding of her mother's emotional state. Taylor explains that her condition was initially believed to be something much more dire, like heart failure, but fortunately, it was diagnosed as broken heart syndrome, a condition that can improve with emotional healing and support. Steffi's response. Steffi is visibly shaken by her mother's vulnerability, but her love and determination to help Taylor shines through. "You're going to be okay, Mom. We're going to get through this together," Steffi says, her voice filled with resolve. A deeper bond. This emotional confession brings Steffi and Taylor closer than ever, as Steffi takes on the role of protector, determined to do whatever it takes to help her mother heal. Steffi's next move. Pushing for a Ridge and Taylor reunion? While Steffi's immediate reaction is one of concern for Taylor's health, another thought soon begins to creep into her mind. Ridge has been by Taylor's side through this healing journey, offering her emotional support and helping her through the chakra sessions. For Steffi, this only reinforces her belief that Ridge and Taylor are meant to be together. Steffi's determination. As Steffi processes the news, she can't help but feel that a romantic reunion between her parents is the best way for Taylor to truly heal. Dad can't ignore this anymore, Steffi thinks, her mind racing. Mom needs him. They need each other. The matchmaker returns. It's no secret that Steffi has always been a champion for her parents to reunite, and now with Taylor's emotional and physical health on the line, Steffi may decide it's time to take action. If Dad knew how much pain Mom is in, he'd come back to her for good, Steffi muses. I just need to give him a little push. We could soon see Steffi launch a new campaign to bring Ridge and Taylor back together, believing that their reunion is the key to healing Taylor's broken heart once and for all. Will Ridge succumb to the pressure? With Steffi's emotions running high and Taylor's health hanging in the balance, Ridge will undoubtedly find himself caught in the middle of an emotional whirlwind. Steffi's plea for her parents to reunite could add even more pressure to Ridge, who is already struggling with his feelings for both women. Ridge's inner conflict. Ridge has always had deep feelings for both Brooke and Taylor, but Taylor's vulnerability and the emotional bond they've shared during her healing process could reignite old feelings. Will Ridge be able to resist the pull of Taylor's love and the pressure from Steffi? Brooke's role. Meanwhile, Brooke is unlikely to back down without a fight. Her jealousy and protectiveness over Ridge will likely intensify once she learns that Steffi is pushing for a reunion. I won't let Taylor steal Ridge from me, Brooke declares, setting the stage for yet another showdown between the two women. What's next for Steffi, Taylor, and Ridge? As the dust settles after Taylor's confession, fans can expect even more drama to unfold. Steffi's emotional plea to reunite her parents will no doubt stir up tension between Ridge, Brooke, and Taylor, leading to explosive confrontations and heart-wrenching decisions. Will Ridge choose Taylor over Brooke? Ridge's heart will be torn between the two women once again, and Steffi's push for a reunion could tip the scales in Taylor's favor. Will Taylor's health continue to improve? With Steffi and Ridge by her side, Taylor may finally find the healing she's been seeking, both emotionally and physically. How will Brooke respond to Steffi's interference? Brooke is sure to retaliate against Steffi's matchmaking efforts, leading to a battle between mother and daughter-in-law that could have far-reaching consequences for the entire Forrester family. Conclusion: the drama is far from over. As The Bold and the Beautiful continues to unfold, fans can expect more emotional confessions, tense confrontations, and dramatic twists. Taylor's confession to Steffi marks a turning point in the storyline, but the repercussions of this revelation are only just beginning. With Steffi determined to reunite her parents and Brooke ready to fight for her relationship with Ridge, the battle for Ridge's heart is about to reach new heights. Will Taylor's health crisis bring the family together, or will it tear them apart even further? Stay tuned to The Bold and the Beautiful to find out how this intense storyline plays out.